I had kept myself away from Tantra for a long time. I was only focused in teaching Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and all the Vaishnava literatures. Even though in my mind there is no difference between Vaishnav and Shaktas, there is no difference. We define ourselves as Shakta because we worship Shakti, Devi, Bhagavani. But there is one name for the same Shakti, and that name is Vaishnavi. So Mother Divine is called with various names: Brahmi, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Kaumari, Indrani. Same Divine Mother has taken different roles. So sometimes it so happens that we are Shaktas and we'll say, oh, we are the worshippers of Durga or Devi, but Vaishnavas are different, and Vaishnavas will take a different stand. Oh, we are Krishna lovers, we only worship Radharani. And then, Vaishnavas and Shaktas, they'll always keep debating within themselves. I'm sitting here by the blessings of my Guru. They have made me sit on the Acharya's chair, on the Guru's chair. And by your love, I want to remove these differences in your head. Do not think that Shaktas are different and Vaishnavas are different. I am sitting in front of you. My life is an example. I was born in a pure Shakta family, pure tantric family. I learned Tantra is in my blood. I always say my blood is a tantric blood. I got Tantra in inheritance. वसीयत में मिली मुझे Tantra. But the journey didn't end there. You all know my journey. I was born Tantrik. I did my Shri Vidya. I have learned this Mahavidya under the guidance of my father, Swami Divya Chetanand. You can see him here. And that is his guru, Baba Bhutnath. Students know it. The new people who have joined me, they don't know. That other picture is Baba Bhutnath. And this one picture that you are seeing here, Divine Mother, that is Baglamukhi. That is my father's Aradhya. My father used to worship Baglamukhi. So from him I have learned Shri Vidya. From him I have learned, and in Paramparas, of course, in Shankaracharya Parampara, Baba Bhutnath is Kamakhya Nath Parampara. So my teachings in Tantra has been through various gurus. I was very lucky enough to find such gurus of high caliber who were living encyclopedias of Tantra. You talk to them, things will just flow. I was very lucky. I grew up in a home where the home was filled with only tantric books. So like when children, when they read books, they will read novels, they read some other things, magazines. To me, the only thing that I used to read was all these books, spiritual books. We used to have 3-bedroom flat in Bombay. The houses are very small, tiny. So our sofas, the sofa where I used to sleep, it was sofa and bed combined, sofa cum bed they used to call. So below that bed, there'll be a storage space, and that storage space is to be filled with books, all sorts of books. And my favorite pastime in the night is open the storage from the sofa, pick up one or two books, read it, and sleep. And then when I had doubts, my father was, of course, there always to explain me everything. So I was very lucky enough to be exposed to tantric scriptures right from childhood. Tantric guru. And my father used to take us to his guru, Baba Bhutnath. How I have met, my journey. I have already recorded in the video series of Baba Bhutnath. It's available in the channel. His another name, his another guru was Paramahansa Keshavanand. So as children, not children, in my teen years, when I was in 11th grade, 12th grade, Papa used to take us to Guruji's ashram. Actually, Guruji's ashram was Guruji's home. Paramahansa Keshavanand Swami, Dr. Narendra Shemali. He was one of the greatest teachers. In today's language, is called GOAT, greatest of all time. He was a GOAT of that time. My father learned tantra under his guidance, and very personal. Papa used to go. I was in 10th grade that time, so 14 years of age. Papa went to him in Jodhpur, and under his directions, Papa started doing all the tantric sadhanas. I still remember he was so mesmerized, maybe by his guru, that first time he went, he did not return for at least, I think, 1 month or 2 months. My dad had a business. And of course, if the person is not there doing, in those times, there was no online business, okay? So you have to be present. You have to talk to the client. There was no cell phones. So the phone was only trunk calls. So if my father's guru was in a different state, Rajasthan, Jodhpur, and my father is sitting there in Jodhpur, and the business is in Bombay, and he's completely disconnected from the family. So if we have to call him, we have to first call I'm telling the process of those times. Now I'm remembering. We have to first call the telephone exchange and tell them, okay, we need to book a trunk call to talk to this person. And the lady there will be, she'll try to connect. After 1 or 2 hours, we'll get the connection, and then the phone would go to Guruji's office, and somebody else will pick up there. And when we call them, oh, we want to talk to Ranjit Chaubey, and they're like, no, Ranjit Chaubey is not here. So we have gone through all those hassles in those days. And my father was in his sadhana 1 or 2 months. And then when he came back to Bombay, every weekend, he would go. He would pack his bag Friday night. He's gone to Ujjain, doing his sadhana, Mahakal, because that used to be overnight train. Or he has packed his bag, gone to Trambakeshwar, but mostly Ujjain. And whenever he would get longer time, Rajasthan, Jodhpur. Then he started taking us also. So in our vacations, we used to book the entire train, because there were so many disciples in Bombay and other places. So my father took the lead, and he would organize this trips from Bombay, going to Guruji's Shivir. So we used to book the entire train, would be filled with sadhaks and devotees. And I was young, 16, 17, 18, that age. And we used to go to Guruji's programs and and I used to listen to Guruji. That time, whatever I could understand in that age, I could understand. But I tell you, still, even till date, so many things I very clearly remember. So many teachings of my guru, my father's guru, Paramahansa Keshavanand, I very clearly remember. So I was very lucky to be seeing such stalwarts of Tantra. Nowadays, I see a lot of Tantric gurus. They come on Instagram and YouTube, and they are mostly sadhaks and upasaks. They do have a lot of bookish knowledge, but that personality, that I have seen is missing. I don't get influenced by any of them. I feel they should learn more. In fact, they should do sadhana more. So I was very lucky to be under their tutelage. Today I'm sitting here and I'm trying to teach my students. I've taken their position. I sometimes feel, genuinely, I sometimes feel I'm incapable. Their personalities were like towering personalities. And I'm trying to explain, I'm trying to bridge the gap between today's generation and their knowledge.